Yeah. I
like
need to
water.
live on the lake.
Definitely more water person like
Yeah, so it's in the afternoon of our rest day, and got a water filter, got new socks, another little gas canister, and now we're walking just under 13 kilometers back to A-Town. What is the name of this place?
Albertown.
Albertown. I can never remember that. So Albertown. So the three of us were walking back, and all of a sudden we turn around and we're missing Richie. So we don't know where he is, but I'm sure he'll find us in a moment. So yeah, Wanaka was really nice. It was pleasant. Some people there, not too crowded. Lots of outdoor stores, and yeah, so nice, beautiful day today. But what we're doing now is we're walking the section back between Wanaka and Albertown that is part of the TA trail, and then tomorrow morning we're going to try and catch a ride and start back in Wanaka. But we can do that because we will have already walked this part today. So we're still doing all the miles, not skipping. Not a dangerous situation, so there's no cause for a shuttle. And we get back today, we're going to plan out the next section of Queenstown and hopefully watch The Gods Must Be Crazy. That's kind of the plan for today, and do a little bit of a food resupply as well. And that's our plan. This is what we're walking on right now. Nice little trail next to the lake. All righty. Love a big tree. Okay, I'm going to be doing or attempting a repair on my tent. So this little tab here, the night that big windstorm came off, this is the only really damage that happened to my tent. So this tab is supposed to be attached to the bottom of the tent. The bottom of the trekking pole goes through that hole. Now, because I used the little baskets at the end, I attached that before I did it so it's not rubbing against the edge of the tent. But I'm going to attempt to attach this just using tenacious tape, and we're going to see if we can fix it with that. I had an idea of sewing through the bottom, but it looks like it was just glued on, so I think maybe if I put enough tenacious tape around this and on the bottom of the tent, it should hold it together. So we'll see what happens. This is what it looks like, what it's supposed to look like. So you can see it's just attached to the bottom. It looks like it's glued. That's come a little bit loose. Probably the same thing that night, but it's attached enough. I'm not worried about that coming off. But I'm going to try to attach the other side and see what happens. So there's my first attempt at the repair job. No sewing involved, just tenacious tape kind of reinforced on top of itself. I've used tenacious tape on this stuff already and it really holds tight, so we'll see. Again, it's not a huge pressure point on the tent, so it should be fine, but if not, then the next option would be to sew that in on some tenacious tape. I really don't want to be poking holes in the tent if I don't have to. I think I'm going to tell a story from a couple of days ago, because it's a rest day, there's not a lot else to show. I had my closest call to a real serious injury a couple of days ago. It was the day that I hadn't slept well at all, and I was really tired, and we were sidling along a river, and we were coming down some rocks, and straight ahead of me was a where the river had kind of channeled in a hole, and it was about 3 meters or so down to the river from where I was, with a bunch of boulders at the bottom. And as I came down off those rocks, as I stepped down, one of the rocks caught the back of my backpack and pushed me forward. And I saw I was headed straight for that 3-meter drop. And in all my coolness went, ah! And somehow managed to put my body back, so as I was falling forward, I actually landed on my rear end rather than going straight into that hole. And I bounced a couple times and got close to the fall, And that was as close as I got. One of my trekking poles almost went down in that, but I was able to grab that as well. And I wouldn't have died for certain, but I think had I gone head first into that, that would have been the end of the hike. And that was the day I was really tired. That was and I fell a little bit later after that, crossing a creek, just slipped on a rock. Barb told me later that if I'd fallen a third time, she was going to say, okay, that's it, we're done, we're camping here. So I appreciate her looking out for me. Yeah, that was a pretty scary moment. But again, it was just because I was so tired. Feeling really good today. And we'll see, how this rest of the part goes. But yeah, that was an adrenaline rush for sure. Man, we're so close to the end. I don't want to go out because of an injury now. That's for certain. So yeah, being careful. You just can't be too careful. That's for certain. Well, we got everything done today, except we didn't get to watch Gods Must Be Crazy. So we'll try and watch that another time. But it's about bedtime now. It's almost 9 o'clock. That's hiker's midnight. So we've got a ride tomorrow morning. We got a catch that'll drop us off where we began walking today. And so got to get to sleep so we can do the walk tomorrow. All right, we'll see you later.